just fortuitous several months ago, and that went flawlessly. The second was
events over the last several months. We have every intention to making sure that that continues.
But we realize we are providing sustenance on several levels. Smell.
Over the last several decades. And how well America does economically, from a security perspective, is going to be linked to our relationship.
One went out looking for a job for several weeks, along with the other one, and they faced disappointment.
After several months of waiting, the neighbor became very impatient.
Get used to. I knew people who were several years on the job whose bodies were
university, engaged with ideas and the world. This model of engagement has several facets in our strategic plan.
Opinions that there are people in this room, because we all have several opinions about it. We haven't made up our mind yet.
I think I had several concerns about Senator Sanders' program. I thought that it was hard to justify claiming it was free when it
planet over several years. An ideal site for a base will be found, probably one with
delight. And we're going to see that in several videos moving forward, but we're going to start for those
ways of dealing with it. I mean, the first thing is you've got to stop the emergency, and that means you've got to have these products stay on the market.
In the books for several editions in a row, much to my embarrassment. So I started thinking, wow, this 14-year-old.
Right, and go to the TV section, look at Switzerland, and you'll find several shows, and you click on the Putin crypt, and there are several. You'll find all the bones you'll ever want. Okay, if you're into
now it's been turned into a museum. It's a combination of 5 or 6 different synagogues.
Unquote. And several people observed that Abbott kept a picture of McCausland
projects this year on the back of several that were conducted successfully last year.
Wetsuit, and it can get a little interesting when there's several of them around. There's 3 in
there were several armories around.
Easily several hundred. Yeah.
For you, you've played several iconic film roles. Are there any roles that you passed?
Along with Janet Hardy, she has co-authored several books, including The Ethical Slut.
Although I'm trying to work on that one. But there are several things that are modifiable, and so everyone should know.
drugs once, but you can sell a girl several times a day. They also steal people.
Year, we're going to see several companies bring out a new kind of 3D map based on SLAM, right? Where the glass
user, I upgraded from being a PC user several years ago, jumped into the Mac, and
so there's this several times in the novel, you know, where people.
We received several hundred questions and suggested topics of discussion from.
Now, he died before I got to Sardinia, several years before I got there, but I did meet.
Net asset value for several years. The day.
So looking back, let me maybe ask several of you to comment on this.
For several years, we've been going into prisons and seeing that happen.
Several of them, but 2 in particular that you see often in the foyer. One is James Pinot. And
Okay, so I, for the last several years, I've been kind of navigating this sort of dual life, which is that I
look at it as there are several things we're looking at in the quality